Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming course. In previous lecture, we have learned about relational operators. Relational operators compare two values and produce either true or false. But in this topic, let's start with logical operators. Suppose a company has a following rule. A candidate is eligible for an interview only if his age is greater than or equal to 18 or his percentage is greater than or equal to 70. Now, can a single relational operator solve this problem? So, answer is no, because here we have two conditions. Whenever we need to combine two or more conditions in one statement, we use logical operators. Logical operators helps us to combine multiple conditions and to make better decisions. Today, now we will learn all logical operators with practical examples. Before that, I will give a small definition and simple definition of logical operators. Let me see whether it's recording or not. Okay. So logical operators are used to combine two or more conditions. This is the simple definition for logical operators. So one important point in relational operators compare two values. Logical operators combine conditions. Both work together whenever you write decision making programs like login system or ATM software or student result processing, something. These are used. Now, let us discuss types of logical operators. First one is AND operator. Next is OR operator. Next one is NOT operator, means not symbol. Fine. So now Python provides only these three logical operators, although they are only three, but they are among the most frequently used operators in the programming. Let's understand each one in detail. Okay, let's start with AND operator. So first one, I will give you a simple definition. AND operator. For AND operator, suppose the AND operator returns true only when all conditions are true. This is a simple definition for AND operator. So this is the easiest way to remember AND operators. Let us discuss with a simple example. Suppose think of a classroom. Your teacher announces you will receive a certificate only if you have attendance greater than or equal to 75%. So and marks greater than or equal to 60. Now suppose your attendance is 80%, but your marks are only 50. Will you receive a certificate? So absolutely no. Even though one condition is satisfied, the second condition will fail. So the AND operator requires every condition to be true. If one condition becomes false, the final answer is false. Now let's try using a simple example. Before that, let me create a file, logical of py. Suppose attendance equal to 82, marks equal to 74. So let's print attendance greater than or equal to 75 and marks greater than or equal to 60. Sorry, 80 attendance. Small letter. So it returns true. So attendance here, the attendance is 82. Python checks whether 82 greater than or equal to 75. So it's true. And next one, marks greater than or equal to 60. So 74 greater than or equal to 60. So both conditions are true. So it will return true. Even if one condition is wrong here, it will return false. So in an operator, it will return true even so if both conditions are true. And it will return false even if one condition is false. So this is how an operator will work. Let me give another small example. Suppose let's change here. Suppose 45. Let's run this. So it returned false because here first condition 82 greater than or equal to 75 is true, but another condition 45 greater than or equal to 60. First condition is true, 82 greater than or equal to 75, and second condition 45 greater than or equal to 60 is wrong. So one condition is wrong, so it will return false. This is how AND operator will work. Now let's see with another small example. Suppose balance is equal to 12,000. In correct something is equal to true. Now print. So it return true because here here we gave the pin balance should be at least 500. So balance is 1200. So first condition is true, and we gave already boolean incorrect is equal to true. So first condition is true, and second condition already we have assigned true. So both conditions are true. So it will return true like this. And now I will give a small question. Suppose age is equal to 19 as ID is equal to false. Now let's print 18 and as ID. So let's predict the output. Once thing, I think we got the output. So output is false because here age greater than is equal to 18. First one is true. First condition is true, but they have assigned the second condition as false because one condition is false. The complete will become false. This is how an operator will work. Now let's see the next operator or operator. Before that, I will give a simple definition of this. The or operator returns true if at least one condition is true. This is simple definition of OR operator. Now let's learn our second logical operator, the OR operator. The OR operator works differently from the AND operator. The AND operator requires every condition to be true, but in OR operator is more flexible. It checks whether at least one condition is true. Even if one condition is true, Python immediately returns true. It doesn't matter whether the second condition is false. Only when both conditions are false, the Python returns false. Let us understand with practical programs. Let's start. So suppose sports something, sports is equal to true and marks is equal to 5. Let's write here sports quota. Now let's print greater than or equal to 90. Let's run this. So the output is true because first condition we have assigned sports quota is equal to true. But first condition is true. And second condition, if you see here I gave marks of 55. But but the condition is marks should be greater than or equal to 90. So the second condition is false. So in this OR operator, even if one condition is true, it will return true. This is how OR operator will work. So in OR operator, at least one condition is true. At least one condition should be true. That's enough for OR operator. In AND operator, both conditions should be true to return true. Let's see with let's see with another small example. Suppose age is equal to something 65. Age less than or equal to 12 or age greater than or equal to 60. Let's print this. So it returned true because here any condition, any one condition of true is enough. Here age is equal to 65. Now let age is less than or equal to 12. So first condition is true. Sorry, false. Let's check second condition. Age should be greater than or equal to 60. So this condition is true. So one condition true is enough to return true in OR operator. Let's see with another example. Suppose today day is equal to something. Let's take input, enter the day. So print day is equal to Saturday. So I have wrote the input Sunday. So here it returns true. Suppose you are, let me talk about this. Suppose you are developing a school attendance application. The school is closed on Saturday and Sunday. If the user enters either of these days, the application should identify it as holiday. So now Python checks whether it's Sunday equal to Saturday. So the first condition is false. So now it will check the next condition, Sunday double equal to Sunday. So this condition is true. So in OR operator, at least one condition true is enough. This is how OR operator will work. So let me briefly explain again both AND operator and OR operator. In AND operator, every condition must be true, and in OR operator, at least one condition must be true. This is how and about AND operator and OR operator. In next we will see about NOT operator. So I'll give you a simple definition of NOT operator. So the NOT operator reverse. So if the condition is true, it becomes false. If the condition is false, it becomes true. This is how NOT operator will work. Now let's learn the third, and this is the final logical operator. So compared to AND or OR operator, the NOT operator works differently. Let's see how. The AND operator combines two conditions. The OR operator also combines two conditions. But the NOT operator only only one condition works only one condition. So let's see how it works. Suppose if you think of it like a switch. If the switch is on, NOT makes it off. If the switch is off, NOT makes it on. So about this, we have already learned in 12th class basic. Now we are implementing in computer code like a coding language. This is how these operators will work. Let's see with an examples. Suppose print not true. So I think this output will be false. Sorry, true. Because not true means sorry. Here, not true means false. Because not operator changes. Not operator changes false into true. Therefore, output becomes true. Suppose if I write print not false, so the output will be not false means true. This is how not operator will work. Opposite. Suppose if you write the condition is true. Before that, if you return not operator, not, so it will completely opposite. Opposite the condition. Not true will become false and not false will become true. This is how we will use not operator. Let's see with some practical program. Suppose marks is equal to 25. Print not greater than or equal to 35. Let's run this. So here I give marks is equal to 25. Now let's check the first condition. Marks greater than or equal to 25 means 25 greater than or equal to 35. So it's false. So not false means it will return true. So before that we have written true. Actually it has to print false because 25 greater than or equal to 35 it's false. So before that we have written not operator. So it will print true. This is how exactly this not operator will work. Let's see with an another small example so that you can understand very clearly. Suppose cart amount is equal to 600. Let's print not cart amount is equal to greater than or equal to something thousand. So let's run this. So it will print true. Imagine, let's imagine online shopping website. Suppose free delivery is available only for orders above 1000. The customer cart value is 600. Now Python checks whether the 600 is greater than or equal to 1000. So the answer is false. But before now the not operator changes false into true. This means the customer is not eligible for the free delivery. Instead of checking eligibility, we are checking not eligible. This is why not operator is useful. This is the one of the most real life example. You have to remember this. Now let's see. I will explain one real life example with a login something login status. That's something logged in is equal to false. Let's print not logged in. So it is going to print true. Suppose you are creating a website. Suppose. So the variable logged in is equal to false. We have assigned it. Means user has not logged in. Now Python executes not logged in. Not means we have kept not logged in. Already we have assigned false means not false. Not false. So not changes is to true. It to true. This tells the application the user is currently not logged in. So many websites use similar logic before showing the login page. This is how it will work. Not logged in means not we have assigned false. So it will answer is true. Let's see whether my video is recording or not. Yes, it's recording. I want to explain with you another small example. Suppose door lock is equal to something true. Now print not door lock. So I know, I think Once think, tell me the output. Okay, I think you got it. Let's see the output. True. Not door locked means not true, means false. So the output is false. So this is about and operator or operator and not operator. Now I will explain some common mistakes in not operator. It does not means many beginners think not operator changes the variable. It does not change the variable. It only changes the result of the condition. Suppose, for example, age is equal to 20 something. Print not age greater than or equal to 18. So the value age still is 20. So 20 greater than or equal to 18, it's true. Not true means it will return false. So only the comparison result is reverse. Now I will give you a small mini revision of this. So and in AND operator, every condition must be true. So and in OR operator, at least one condition must be true in OR operator. And about not operator, it reverses the result. Not true will become false. So in this lecture, we have discussed about logical operators. In that logical operators, there are three types of operators: AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator. These three operators are used extensively in login systems, banking applications, online shopping websites, examination portals. This is how many other real. These are the something some real world applications we will use in our daily life. Now, in next lecture, we will start with assignment operators. Okay. Thank you for watching this video.